The yellow paint phenomenon is one that has been extensively documented within the environments of the gaming world. For years, artists have marked certain points of interest with splashes of paint to demonstrate where players need to go or what they can interact with. On a small scale, this is fine. A little bit of paint here and there to highlight an object can be useful without taking away from immersion. Mirror's Edge is a game famous for this technique, showing points of interest by highlighting them in red so the player understands what direction they need to go. And if you've played any Naughty Dog games, then of course you'd be used to their signature yellow paint hinting at the interactive parts of each world. However, on a large scale, it can become excruciatingly annoying and patronizing to be enjoying a game and then see every single object covered in bright yellow paint. There's a reason it happens. It's all part of game language, which is the methods developers and designers use to push players towards certain directions on a subconscious level. Usually, this would manifest as a brightly lit door in a dark environment, or perhaps even an NPC waving you over. It gets to the point where many games share this language, and an experienced gamer will intuitively understand where they need to go or what they need to do without thinking about it too much. The trick is to subtly play with a gamer's subconscious so they don't know they're being manipulated, as it adds to the joy of discovery and makes them feel like they've achieved a goal themselves. However, as soon as this language is layered on too thick, such as too much yellow paint, or even worse, a waypoint appearing in the middle of the screen, then that immersion is immediately dispelled and the game feels patronizing. For new players, it's actually not too bad. Have you ever introduced a friend to playing video games for the first time? They have no idea where to go or what to do, whilst it seems obvious to the experienced player. As such, perhaps there should be a setting that allows one to turn the intensity of game language up or down at will, like when Fable 2 let players decide if they want to have the golden trail on or off. The Stanley Parable is a great example of how the overuse of game language has been satirized, with a giant yellow stripe labelled the Stanley Parable Adventure line, which the player is encouraged to stick to. It mirrors the manner in which players can be spoofed for directions, removing that sense of agency and free will that makes the hobby so compelling compared to passively consuming content. In short, yellow paint in games can be an immersion-breaking technique if oversaturated, but if the implementation of game language is subtle, it works quite well to steer toward narrative success. What meme would you guys like me to give a lesson in next? Let me know in the comments below.
And remember, like and subscribe! Or else.